Right, so this is March's edition of WWE Talk. Thank you for watching. Right, so to kick it straight off, it is WrestleMania season. As you know, WrestleMania is only 2 weeks away, so we are well into the build-up of WrestleMania. We should be getting all the matches kind of set in stone now, and we should be kind of getting hyped for the pay-per-view. So I'll talk about kind of the matches that have been announced so far, and currently kind of what's going on in WWE at the moment. So let's kick it straight off with The Rock versus John Cena for the WWE title at WrestleMania. And I think this has disappointed every single member of the WWE universe, because how disappointing is this feud at the moment, purely because The Rock isn't there. He's the WWE champion. Why isn't he on Raw every week? It's really stressful to see, because they're hyping this up as kind of the biggest main event in WrestleMania for years. And how can they hype that up if the main star and the champion, so the ambassador for your company, isn't on your main show in the build up to WrestleMania? And WrestleMania, like I said, is 2 weeks away, and for the past 2 weeks running we haven't seen The Rock on Raw. And I know that he's had promotion for G.I. Joe, but that should have been worked out, because they know that WrestleMania was coming in April. They should have worked something out to get The Rock even just a 15-minute appearance on Raw. How difficult is it? Because like I said, he is the champion. He needs to be there to hype up WrestleMania. It's going to be an awful WrestleMania if he doesn't appear at all, and then just have a match at Mania without any hype at all. It's not going to get the crowd excited or anything, because they haven't had anything to build them up with. They're just, oh, this is another John Cena versus The Rock match like we saw last year, because you know it's going to be the same. You know it's going to be the same sort of match, because The Rock, as much as I love him and everything like that, he's not the same as he used to be, because he gets tired really easily and his matches aren't as entertaining as they used to be, because he literally gets too tired. And it's very similar, like, sort of match. The Rock will get beat down for ages, Cena will get beat down for ages, and then we'll get an overall ending. So I'm really disappointed with this feud, and I'm quite ashamed to say I've never said this before, especially involving The Rock. I really hope John Cena wins, because I want the WWE title back in WWE, and I want it to feature on Raw every week, not to have someone as a part-time champion who's not going to show up to Raw at all. And even his public appearances, he doesn't even take his title belt around with him to promote WrestleMania at the same time. So as well as promoting this new film, he could be promoting WrestleMania at the same time, but that's not happening. So I really hope Cena kind of gets it back, and we get the WWE title back where it belongs, and that is WWE. So to move on from that, my most anticipated match of WrestleMania, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I wouldn't have thought I'd say that a few months ago, because I've seen too much of Triple H in this kind of WrestleMania season. He's always coming back and having another nostalgic match, but this one is gaining a lot of kind of momentum, and I'm really into the story at the moment. Triple H and Brock Lesnar put on a brutal fight. That's what they do best. They make it look realistic, and it looks really kind of brutal with all the blood and everything, sledgehammers, chairs, all involved, and that's what I want. I want entertaining violence, and I'm really kind of hyped up for this match, and I think it might steal the show away from The Rock versus John Cena, because I think that's what they've focused on solely, most of at the moment. That's what they're ending their Raw with, a segment about Triple H and Brock Lesnar. It really is kind of building momentum, and I'm really quite excited to see what's going to happen. I don't know who I want to win, because obviously I'm a Brock Lesnar fan. I loved his return and everything like that, and he's a proper powerhouse beast. But at the same time, I'm liking Triple H in this feud, because it's, with his new haircut, it seems a bit like a new Triple H. And like I said, I don't know who I want to win that, so I'm just looking forward to a great battle. I'm really hyped up for that match. And next up is CM Punk versus The Undertaker. Now this as well I'm really happy with. I think they've done brilliantly with this feud. I know it's only been going on for a couple of weeks, but it's sad to see about Paul Bearer dying. That is very sad news to hear, and I do rest in peace to Paul Bearer. But I love the way they've incorporated that into the storyline, because it's edgy. People don't know if they like it or not, and people can't really complain. If you're one of these people that moan about the Attitude Era and say you want the Attitude Era back, and then as soon as they get a glimpse of Attitude and a bit of sort of edgy storyline, you start complaining, you need to just stop watching WWE right now, because that is what you want. You want something edgy, and CM Punk is giving us that. A real man has died in real life, and they're kind of incorporating that into their storyline and giving CM Punk some major heat by kind of making fun of someone's death. And obviously Paul Bearer's family have agreed to this, otherwise they wouldn't have allowed it or anything like that, but I think it works really, really well in favour of CM Punk, of building up that heat and making him much more of a monster heel, really. And I think this could propel CM Punk past WrestleMania as sort of like that Triple H figure from a few years ago when he was in Evolution, as this main whole like powerhouse heel of the WWE, and I think that'll be great. I love the way they're working with the whole urn that Paul Bearer used to carry around and everything like that, and CM Punk's kind of got that urn at the moment, and it's winding Undertaker up, and I'm really hyped up for this match. I'm 99.9% sure that the streak isn't going to end, because it never does, and I think the only chance we're ever going to see the streak ending is maybe next year at WrestleMania 30, and I reckon it's going to be John Cena versus The Undertaker next year, and I actually think the streak is going to end in the hands of John Cena. I don't know why, I just got a feeling, but I can't see it ending this year, but I do see another entertaining match that usually steals the show like we get every year. So I'm really hyped up for this match. Also, next one is Ryback versus Mark Henry, and now I'm a big Ryback fan, I've said that in my past videos, and I'm really hyped for this match. I really like the idea of these two massive behemoths going at it. I think it's going to be great, and I really, really hope and pray. I don't think it's going to happen, because I don't even think it's physically possible, but I hope some way Ryback does his shell shock on Mark Henry. It's not going to happen, because I honestly don't think it's possible. Mark Henry is too big, but if that happened, I would mark out like crazy, and that would have stole the show for me if Ryback can do that. But I think, again, I hope it's going to be a good match. It can either go two ways. It can be awful or it can be great, so I'm hoping it's going to be good. We've got Sheamus, Orton and Big Show versus The Shield, and now I'm a big Shield fan, so I'm hoping The Shield pull this off. I love the way they're kind of going on this endless undefeated streak, and they've knocked like John Cena, The Rock, all these major top stars. They've just kind of swept them aside, and I'm hoping this is no mistake again. I'd love to see The Shield win this, purely because I love to see the kind of progression of Dean Ambrose especially, but I'm loving Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns as well. I think they're great, and I think they could have great careers in WWE. So again, I'm hoping The Shield win this one. Next up, I want to talk about Fandango. Now, what is Fandango? I don't even understand whose mind thought of Fandango, but it's working for me. I'm quite enjoying it. I don't know why. We haven't even seen him wrestle yet, but I like his character. I like his personality and everything. It's really funny to watch. I like the way he acts really feminine, shall we say, but it is funny, and I do enjoy the segments involving all the jobbers like Carly and Zack Ryder and everything like that. It is quite entertaining to watch. He won't last in WWE, let's face it. He's the next Tensai. He's going to have a little bit of a big momentum run. He's going to get a few wins, but he's just ultimately going to become a jobber. You know that's true, but at the moment I'm finding it quite entertaining, so that's all that really matters, really. But overall, I just want to say, I think the build-up for WrestleMania has been really slow this year compared to last year's. And like I said earlier, I think it's purely down because of the lack of The Rock. And also there's the lack of star power, really. In past WrestleManias, we always have some sort of celebrity guest that's involved in a match in some way. We haven't had that this year. We also usually get a few more legends come back, like we've had Stone Cold as special guest referees in the past as well. People like Mick Foley and everything like that, they all sort of come back towards WrestleMania, and we haven't had that this year. There's obviously still going to be a couple more matches announced and a few more guests announced, so to say. But at the moment, I think it's really, really slow progression to WrestleMania, and I would guess at a really low buy rate for the pay-per-view, because like I said, it hasn't been getting much hype, and they really did mess up with the whole Rock as champion thing, because it's really bad that their main star and the ambassador for the show, being a champion, isn't there promoting their biggest show of the year. And I'm also really hoping they put on one of the big jobber matches, because in the past we've always had Money in the Bank matches in WrestleMania, but of course since they changed that and gave Money in the Bank its own pay-per-view, we haven't had that, and I think that's really slowed WrestleMania down since they took that away. So I'd love to see a big like ladder match or something like that involving all the jobbers like Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, just everyone like that who doesn't really have a role in this year's WrestleMania. Just stick them all in a ladder match or something like that, just to put on a big entertaining match, and I hope they do something like that. It's probably not going to happen, but I'd love to see that. But yeah, that's about it for this month's video, but I am going to do my predictions for WrestleMania a bit closer to the actual pay-per-view once we know all the matches. I'll give you my thoughts on WrestleMania once I watch that the day after, because I'm going to watch that live here in the UK. And also next month's edition is going to be a bit more special, I think, because I'm actually going to Monday Night Raw on the 22nd of April when it comes to London. So I'm going to do like a sort of daily a whole day's video vlog. So hopefully that'll be quite entertaining. I'll kind of record little bits from my whole day and show you what it's like in the build up to going to a WWE live event, which is going to be really great fun. I can't wait to go. So yeah, that's about it for this month's WWE Talk. Like I said, thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts on everything that WWE down below in the comments, and I look forward to looking through those. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.